Testing. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to a video. I made a video like this before. It's currently got like 6,000 views. Most views I've ever got. But I wanted to make another video because this one's gonna be higher quality. It's gonna be better, and it's gonna have commentary. I'm gonna go around and tell you thought process. So when I first made this park, this was like the first thing I built, this path down, and I was coming along, and I'm like, it's boring seeing a flat park, so I decided to sort of like change the heights of everything. This one goes down, that one goes 2 up, this goes 1 up, and then I was experimenting with primitive blocks here. Hold on, let me see. I was experimenting with these right here, seeing what I could make. I ended up making this goofy shape. I got one of those swinging ships in the back there. But this coaster here took about 5-6 hours for the frames. I was sort of lazy and I was going on off applying them, sometimes just going around to other people's parks. It took quite a while. I built the coaster first, then I went back and I layered it up. This coaster is not the best. I know that, it's sort of all over the place. Recently I've been trying to make way smoother ones, longer, smoother turns. But this was okay. This is where I first tried experimenting with making realistic coasters. And I'll show you the difference between this one and the one back there pretty soon. I just pointed over there, but you can't see that. So the first video I did, I accidentally turned the volume up on the drop, so you didn't really get to see it first. So here's the full drop. Sort of turns. It's pretty smooth, but it's not the best. Like here, this is unrealistic turn. That's a realistic turn because it tilts the direction it's going, and that's what I've been trying to work doing. You see, I sort of started it here, but it's just a track zigzagged all over the place. And then I didn't really have a good way to hook this back up to the main thing, but it's fairly decent. It still looks pretty cool. It's large. There's someone here. I think EJ was here a while ago too. I saw him at the front. I don't know where they are now. Up here, I was also experimenting with primitives. Not very good at it though, as you can see. I was sort of just messing around. This was the first park I got into primitives. I've gotten quite a bit better. Here you can see the monstrosity. I tried making these as random as like looks like they're about to fall down, like not safe to ride, and that's why you kind of see lots of holes and none of it's symmetric. This back here, this area back here is my coaster testing area. I experiment a lot with coasters here. This is where I learned how to make some decent swirls. I don't know what you call them, but I'm still working on like the turning out sort of spirals and trying to get them like even so they don't sort of show. Alright, this coaster's just taken off. We're not going to catch that. I got it on 250 speed, so that one's taken off too, so we're not going to catch this one either. This one's coming in. Let's ride this one real quick. This one I just goofed off. I had no real motives or plans. I was just wanting to do something and experiment. Ooh, cat it. Alright, so I used boosters too. I think this was like one of the first times this coaster came out, and I was wanting to experiment what you can do with it. I think I could crank up the booster speeds, but I don't want it to get so fast. I just needed to get up here. I have the Operations Game Pass. I have pretty much all the Game Passes. And this one tilted a lot and went upside down and did all sorts of funky twists and turns. It's fairly decent overall, but it's not my best work. This one's just getting back. Let's see if we can maybe catch this one. I don't like how it goes up there. Okay, we're gonna get it. Up here, it's sort of like turns. I don't really like how that looks, but I guess it'll just have to do. I tend to delete these anyway. I should turn down the volume. Yeah, chain lift can get really loud. So, I was just experimenting. I do this a lot. This is lots of twisting, turns. This is the part I'm talking about. You can see how it sort of jerks around. I wasn't very good at keeping that a nice smooth length. But this is where I learned about tilting the tracks, and I had to line it up here. I probably could have lined it up better, but it works. It does its job. I experimented with house building. I didn't really house build before this. This is like my 5th park or something. I got a bunch of incomplete ones, but this I didn't really house build, so this was a first trial experiment. I did this. It's the first time I built any house that large. And here I was working with stations. Let's see if we can catch this. So far we've gotten pretty lucky with coasters. Okay, we got it. But this was the first time I experimented with stations. And this one's pretty realistic. It's pretty it's better than the other one over there. It's not perfect, but it's okay. If you look down there, you'll see the lava. That's where I got the idea to do my theme park I'm currently working on. I'll go back and show that in a minute. But I was just experimenting with primitives and can I make a lava pool, and I managed to. Pretty smooth so far. It sort of tilts in weird directions, which is one of the non-realistic things. And then this is one of my favorite parts, where it goes through here. It comes back down. It's a little slow, but it's fine. Then it comes straight through here and goes through this thing, and then I built a tunnel on the end just for a little bit of difference. From the last video, this one has more trees and stuff. It's not the best. They've added these things, but they weren't here when I first tried decorating this place a bit more. I think at least. Yeah, these are just the normal trees. It's probably best to put some more of these around. I find that lots of bushes to fill in empty spaces is somewhat okay. Doesn't look the worst. And if you got any empty space, just plug it up. And it makes it look like there's a lot more undergrowth. And rotate it too, because it makes them look a little bit different. They have variety. I built this because I was just experimenting with the others things and crops. And also maybe people could like the park. Down here we have an underground section. Again, I was experimenting with primitives and trying to like make an before when I first tried to make an underground, I had all the grass and stuff and I didn't know how to change it, but now I've went back and you can still see a bit of, I never really finished this. I sort of gave up on it. Well, we got a ceiling. I put an under construction sign, and my is that a lot of trash. Where's my guys? There's a trash can right here. Jeez, you lazies. Let's put a few around. Good way to get rid of trash fast. You press Y when you got your thing selected, and just go ahead and delete a few. And it's way faster than doing it manually. And yes, I'm lagging a little bit. So Y again. It's one of the fastest ways to remove trash because No one wants to bend down and spin in a circle. Like, how the heck do you do that? Yeah, I don't tend to clean trash with my face, so this way sort of works better. I guess I'll clean this one too because there's a trash can here. Put some lights in. First time I've used lights like that. Most of these are just experiments. I wasn't sure what I wanted to keep the ground as, so I sort of like split it in between right here. The main reason I built this underground thing is because over here there was a large open space inside this coaster, but I had no way to get to it. So I made it underground to come over here. We got a few stalls, restrooms, enterprise, and my, is this a trippy ride? Let's look at it for a second. If you got motion sickness, look away, because this gets really trippy. This is probably one of my favorite rides to ride that is not a roller coaster because it's just really trippy. There's a lot of trippy ones. The fireball's pretty trippy, but I find this one to be the most trippy. Like I start swaying my head and like get all dizzy. Man, oh man, that's weird. All right, let's get out. I don't want to make anyone sick. But yeah, so I think that's all of the park. Oh yeah, let's go show the lava over here. This was one of the first things I built over here when I was working with terrain. I got bored of frames, so I came over here and I sort of tried to build up around. I think I already built the coaster. None of the frames were here though, but I already built the coaster. Oh shoot, this has happened more times than I want to admit. I've fell in those things so many times. Let's see over here. I removed this earlier because someone was trying to get through. But yeah, I was experimenting with this stuff. I made a sort of primitive thing here. What? Oh crap, my auto clicker's on. That was not good. Okay, repairing time. Boom. Dang it, my camera. Boom. That one could have been far worse. I didn't delete anything over here, I don't think. Okay. I have an auto clicker for when I want to AFK. So I just turn it on and stand somewhere. So this is where I first got the idea of lava. I put smoke detectors under there. And lights, red lights here. Let's see if we can go up underneath. Can we? I don't know. I don't. Yeah, we. Where's the lights coming from? I know I put some down here somewhere. But yeah, I have lights under these. Glows at dark. I think there's a light like right in here somewhere, but I don't want to deal with that. I sort of made it look like there was a little bit spewing out here. I believe when I first made this, there wasn't. Hold on. Dang, I cannot control my mouse or my keys. So when I first made this, there was less primitives. So I think now a good one to use would be something like this or this. Didn't have it. Let's do that right now. They didn't have that one. I first made this. So this is granite, and we take our color selector and we do that. You press control if you want to pick a color from something. So if I pick it up here, I have this color now, and it makes it that. And let's pick these, and now we just put them on the side here. Oh, and that looks better. And I think we can get rid of this one too, because oh yeah, there's light. Because now we can put this, and now that looks better. Did I delete something there? I don't know. I'm just gonna assume no. Maybe that, I don't know. I'll put that one there anyway. I don't use this park a lot anymore. Alright, so that's all for this park. I didn't really show the buildings, did I? There's nothing really to see. It's just buildings. There was I don't yeah, there was yeah. I didn't put a door frame in this one. I don't know why. This was the first house I built right here. I worked on these little houses first, and then after the houses, I came over here and I like started doing terrain stuff. And then I went and I built the first coaster over there, and then I came back to this and I finished it up, I think. But sometime in between there, I built this. That's all of it. I got 33 likes. Let's see how old this park is. 350 days old, almost a year old. That's when I started it. Let's unload the park. I guess I'll show off one of my newest parks right now that I've been working on. Elemental Climate. It's not the best. Let me know if you have any better names. It's just all I could think of. At first I had it called Elementals, but it sounded pretty cheesy. This still sounds cheesy. But yeah, I used the lava idea over here, but I also put the fire emitters underneath as well as the smoke. I think I just heard some thunder outside, but it's clear as day out my window. So here, quite a bit of things. This is one of the first areas I built. I built this little thing first. This was the first one. I used image paths here. I never used decals enough, so I just searched in bridges and I found this. So I built a little ticket thing here. I have a likes appreciated, and so far I think I've gotten like 5 or 6 likes today. Depends on what you count today. 18 hours ago. That was yesterday though, to me. 6 hours. I've gotten, what is this? 3, 7? Is that 7? I think that's 7. Otherwise I can't count. But yeah, I got a bridge here. This bridge does not belong here, but I just I made it before I had the theme idea. So I'm just too lazy to delete it. This is another bridge over there. I was working on terrain. Oh gosh. Working on this stuff at day is it's terrible. My eyes hurt so much because it gets so bright. It's like, look at this. Look at this. This is how bright it is, except it's everywhere, and not just the lights. So I tend to work on this section at night if I'm doing terrain. I built a little bridge here recently. Let's see. I have a very... If you want to make money fast, I recommend this setup here. Just make circles. 2 stations. 2... I don't know what sort of turn that is. 2 straights. 2 more turns connected together. Long queue to get more people to visit it. And same here. You can do this with any coaster. You could have every coaster in the game, and everyone would visit it, and it'd make you a ton of money. Also, observation tower and carousels are great for money. Carousels, almost $50,000. This, I had to rebuy this because it was over here, so it doesn't show as much as it had, but I think the last one had like $20,000 or 30, something like that. So that one's almost $40,000 that it's made me. Let's see. I don't know how much these have made me. Holy jeez. These make a lot of money. So I guess this is where most of the money comes from. I don't think the spiral slide makes a lot. 15,000. It's not the worst, not the best. What about teacups? I don't check this stuff a lot. 40. Jeez. What about this? 60,000. Dang. I need to put some more of these around, but I have almost $200,000 that I have yet to spend. I'll probably blow it on another coaster when I make one over here, and I might have them like interwrap around each other. Maybe like a red one and then sort of a bluish white one, and make them like battle. I plan to make like 2 dragon statues in the middle somewhere, or near the back maybe, and have like ice dragon, fire dragon sort of have them facing each other, look like they want to tear you down. Something like that. I'll have to experiment a lot because I'm still not the best at primitives, so I need to experiment of how to make it crazy scary dragon. You can see this coaster looks a lot smoother. It's also a lot wider. I am not good at making close. Oh, look how lucky we got. I'm not very good at making close, like, together roller coasters that are still smooth. I make the bigger, longer, like, farther reaching ones. It's just hard for me to compact them without making them, like, sort of unrealistic. But here, I tilted the tracks, goes fairly decent speed. Here, I had to redo because I didn't tilt it, so I went back and I did it. I might go back and do this one because it's not tilted either. But for me, right now it's fine. Does more. I added a little bit of booster here. Had to get it back on the normal path. I built all these with Advanced Editor. Little bit of a twist there. And then a very long track going all the way back. Yeah, it does that. My internet's bad, so it tends to jump. Hold up, we had another guy on the cart. I didn't even realize that. I don't know. I might do, I don't know if I should do a, let's do it anyway. Let's do a out of this perspective. Most of the time I ride all my coasters in this view, but I guess some people might like this view. I don't really prefer it, and I sort of like, that's the sad thing about like a lot of new players in this game. They don't know about this from what I've seen or just how I feel. And so it's sad when I see someone get like in the near the middle because I know they're not going to use it. But that's like the best thing to use right now. Now we come up here. And we're about to teleport, I feel. Oh no, we didn't teleport. That's a rare occasion. Let's celebrate. Down here, lava. So another rope bridge. Don't fall off. I have these lights hidden in the side of the walls here, and there's one up there in the ceiling, just to light up the place. There's one down here. Yeah, right there. I use the small ones. They're cheap, and you can just turn up the brightness if you have the. I don't know if you need the operations pass to turn those up. I've always had it. Here's the tippy top of the volcano. This side I ran out of room. I probably could have fixed it, but I can't make it spiky better. Or I fixed it by making everything else spiky on the sides. Back here, made huge lava pit. I still don't know how I feel about it because the smoke's sort of all over the place. You can see a lot of fire coming up though. I tried to do my best to incorporate that. Yeah, there's some fire coming out right here. I was very broke at the time. You don't know this, but these cost $5,000 for this one. The cheapest ones are $2,000, which is still a lot. I could only buy 100 of them right now with $200,000, which is a lot of money, and I just haven't worked on it yet. Here, entrance building. Let's take a closer look. I have path here, so come along, buy our season pass, admission tickets. Nothing in here. Nothing really. I might put food stands in here. I'm not sure yet. And then I got the in-out pass. I rarely use them, so I decided I might put them there. And that's about it. So thanks guys for watching. If you liked it, if you gotten this far, just great. Like, leave your feedback. I always appreciate it. I'll read every comment. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? I don't know. Just have a good day, and thanks for watching.